reason that so many of us are saying that we can't wait until the midterms is because 2024 might have been, in fact, probably was, our last free and fair election. Voting rights isn't just what they're going to target next. They're already well on their way. In fact, there's only a few things in Project 2025 they haven't gotten to in this regard. Project 2025 says that they're going to do 5 things in regards to elections. First, they want to use a Reconstruction era law to prosecute people that help others vote. This could mean arresting officials that offer provisional ballots or threatening volunteers who correct ballot errors. Second, the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division would lose its power to enforce the Voting Rights Act. Instead, prosecutions would shift to Trump-appointed criminal prosecutors. These are the ones that would treat voter assistance as a federal crime. Third, states that want DHS funds would have to turn over DMV and voter registration databases. This would mean that the federal government could create massive voter surveillance systems and potentially use them to target people they don't want voting. Fourth, they want to dismantle CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. That way there's no one left to counter lies about an election. And finally, they'll bring back the citizenship question and restructure the Census Bureau to skew redistricting, making sure, of course, that communities of color are underrepresented. Unfortunately, a lot of this has already been done or is in process. The DOJ's voting rights team has already been gutted. They created a new election accountability unit that doesn't do anything. They've already fired the head of CISA, and the Cybersecurity Review Board has been completely dismantled. DHS just launched a national citizenship database using DMV information and social security numbers. This paves the way for mass voter purges, all in the name of election integrity, which we've already seen in some states. And states have already joined in other ways. 18 states have already passed new restrictions on voting. 8 states gave partisan officials more say in how elections are run. And Texas and Georgia passed laws letting state officials override election results. Now, there are some things left they haven't done, and we should target these things. They haven't completely dissolved CISA through Congress. They haven't yet forced all states to hand over voter data. They haven't yet criminalized voter registration efforts, that assisting other voters thing. And they haven't done anything yet to nationalize partisan control of elections. Thankfully, we have the Constitution, but who knows with the Supreme Court. Unfortunately, though, a lot of this stuff might get mixed up in what's happening with immigration, and everything is well funded at this point. Palantir is already creating surveillance systems for DHS. Congress is not going to stop any funding. We might still have some chances in courts, but really what we have left is swaying public opinion. What we've done so far is just not enough. Even though it's been great, we have to get in people's faces. You have to start having conversations with family and friends and making people uncomfortable. We should be flooding public spaces and digital spaces with uncomfortable truths to shock people. Refuse to comply with unjust orders. Keep organizing any way possible, and share posts like this, not just on TikTok, everywhere, via email, Instagram, you name it. We're also probably going to have to start doing more intense forms of nonviolent resistance. No violence, no property crime, but we have to start thinking like they did in the civil rights movement, do our research, get creative. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a unified front. We just all need to do something. All of this stuff will have been enacted by 2026. And so when Democrats and others say that we got to wait till the midterms, that's just not good enough.